pleasure to see you all with us this morning. I'd like to open our commissioners meeting at 9:33. We're going to have you all may stay seated for a second, then we will be standing for the pledge. That way I don't stand up and sit down. That's okay. So we start our meeting on a regular basis with a moment of silence. Perfect timing for that, especially this time of year. Thinking about all those things that we have to give thanks for, celebrate, and all those things that we'll need to work on. I'm going to silence, please. And now our pledge, please stand if you are able. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I think John would like to have, go ahead and be seated. John doesn't like that.
Yeah, a question was raised as to whether or not individuals take this meeting if they want to. There's no prohibition on that, but if anybody is recording this, should be careful because it's not, you can't take private conversations. You know, people are talking among each other while the meeting is going on. So you should be careful in that regard that there's no private conversations being taken whatsoever. And we also note that I think the meeting is, the reason that that screen's over there is because we're live, right?
And recording.
We're live and we are recording.
Right.
And if anybody wants to see this or hear this after the meeting, they can simply do that on the county's website. Okay.
Thank you. At this time, public comment for agenda items only. Seeing none, corrections to the duplicate. We have our Deputy Chief Assessor, Debbie Storman, with us this morning.
We have adds of 6,580, subtracts of 228,530, or net subtract of 221,950.
Do I hear a motion to accept?
Excuse me, second.
First, any questions or discussions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you, Debbie. Okay, moving on to old business, item 1.
Was it fair?
Okay,
Please.
I'd like to approve the minutes of the 12/1/21 Commissioners meeting and 11/17/21 special meeting. Oh, split those two, you mean? Okay, let's do first. Approve the minutes of the 12/1/21 Commissioners meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I was saying I was absent.
Okay. And number 2, approve, do I hear a motion to approve the 11/17/21 special meeting, 2022 proposed budget?
So moved.
Second.
First and second, any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you. Old business number 2. Do I hear a motion to ratify 12/3/21 opening the following bids for snow removal for the county property? Item A, 1 through 3, 1, 2, and 3.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
First and second, any questions on the discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you. That takes us to proclamations and certificates. We do have one today. A really honored person, I'm honored to be able to assist with this. It's called Hidden Heroes, and we have quite a few people in the audience. Did you receive the backup information, everybody? That was over here. This gives you some background information if you have not heard about Hidden Heroes as to what that is about. This would be good for you to have. Everybody else down here? Sorry, I think you. On the end, do you like one? Thank you. Ladies, did you get them? No. Okay. Now I'm going to stand right here if that's okay. And I'd like to, before I read this, Georgette Winston, right here, Laura Pride, maybe you want to stand next to me? These were two ladies that brought this to our attention. We not really heard of it before, and probably that's the way it might be across the United States. So it gives us honor to be able to assist with this process. Josiah's with us. Josiah. Sheridan? Last name? Schrader, that's it. Okay, thank you. Is with us from our Veterans Department downstairs. So if you want to come up and join us, this is about you guys too. Thank you. Hidden Heroes in support of military and veteran caregivers. Proclamation. Whereas the series of wars and conflicts in which our nation has been engaged over time since World War II has resulted in 5.5 million military and veteran caregivers who are parents, spouses, siblings, and friends caring for those wounded, ill, or injured have served our nation, as documented by the 2014 RAND study commissioned by the Elizabeth Dole Foundation. And whereas the daily tasks of these military and veteran caregivers can include bathing, feeding, dressing, and caring for the grievous injuries of wounded warriors, administering medications, providing emotional support, caring for family in the home, and working outside the home to earn essential income. And whereas the nation provides multifaceted support to our wounded, ill, and injured veterans and service members through public, private, and philanthropic resources, but the caregivers receive little support or acknowledgement. And whereas most military and veteran caregivers consider the challenging work they do as simply carrying out their civic and patriotic duty without realizing they are in fact caregivers and do not identify themselves as such. And whereas an alarming number of military and veteran caregivers, according to research, are suffering numerous debilitating mental, physical, and emotional effects as a result of their caregiving duties. And whereas Monroe County desires to recognize and support those who are serving in these vital roles in our community. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Monroe County Board of Commissioners, 1, that Monroe County, Pennsylvania become a Hidden Heroes County in support of military and veteran caregivers. 2, that Monroe County, Pennsylvania recognize the military and veteran caregivers residing in our community and the unique challenges they face. And number 3, that Monroe County work to ensure that our government, organizations, employers, and nonprofits are aware of the unique challenges of military and veteran caregivers and are encouraged to create supportive environments and opportunity for assistance. Adopted this 15th day of December 2021. Signed by Sharon S. Lavador, John R. Moyer, and John D. Christian, and attested by Greg Christine. Congratulations, I'd like to say, Georgette brought this to my attention originally, and Laura was right there with her. I didn't know Georgette so well, but I had known Laura a long time. And it's been great to have the opportunity to work with them and their families. I think it's important also, those of you that are sitting right here right now, are any of you a veteran? Have any of you been a sibling? Have any of you been a son or daughter? Are any of you that have contact with veterans associations? Please raise your hand. Please be acknowledged as well. Thank you. Thank you all for the work that you've done as well for those of us. Okay, Georgette, would you like to have a few words?
I'll just make this quick. I am so proud of our community today for stepping up and recognizing the unique challenges that the caregivers within our community face. And I am so appreciative for all of you for being receptive to the Hidden Heroes program and the communities. And I look forward to working with you
Move forward.
as we move forward.
Great.
So I'm very appreciative. Thank you.
Laura? Be a little more.
But that's okay. You can stand here. So, good morning. And I deeply appreciate the opportunity to speak to you for a moment. My journey as a caregiver began in 2013. And I won't tell you the intimate details, but I will say that I was 42 years old, married for 16 years, the mother of 3 sons, 13 and under, working part-time. And this was the most out of control I have ever felt in my life. My family and I have come a long way from those early chaotic days of learning a new normal in 2014, thanks to many. But mainly, I just had to pull myself together for my husband and my children and get back to the land of the living. Do you know that most caregivers and their families are living one incident away from total chaos? The exhaustive measures we go through to provide physical and/or emotional support to our veterans while balancing working inside and outside the home, caring for children, pets, and even other extended family members, while trying to care for ourselves, leaves us afraid to exhale. It leaves us afraid to blink. But we keep doing what we're doing. It's what we signed up for, and we're damn proud to do it. But it gets hard. It's easy to stay hidden. My relationships with my sister caregivers, like Georgette here, have provided me and her with invaluable tools and support. When someone shared with me the information on the Elizabeth Dole Foundation and the Hidden Heroes, I was immediately interested and signed on right away. Not for recognition, but for validation. There is no better feeling than knowing you are not alone. I made myself a promise in 2014 that I would never feel that out of control again, and I want to make sure that other caregivers gain their control back as well. A proclamation is an official announcement of great importance, and Monroe County today is making that proclamation that they agree with the Elizabeth Dole Foundation that those who care for veterans are important. Everyone in this room and in our community is now a tool in my toolbox and in Georgette's toolbox and in all caregivers' toolboxes. The people of Monroe County are now instruments that will help us in accomplishing a task. And that task is to see us, partner with us, brainstorm with us, and connect with us. Make sure we are not hidden. We really don't want recognition. We want to be empowered and supported to keep doing what we're doing. Thank you to the Elizabeth Dole Foundation and to the Monroe County Commissioners for your support on my journey and Georgette's journey to make sure that every veteran caregiver knows that he or she is not alone and that it is possible to come out of the shadows and chaos into the mainstream community and thrive there.
Thank you.
Now, officially, I'll turn the proclamation over to Josiah. You, we will have that framed and it will be down in your offices as a reminder to the work that you all do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I like?
Our office, our veteran community and here in the county welcome you and thank you. We look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you, everybody. Take a moment and let. You may have to use your camera. Somebody does that.
Go in the same direction.
You did right.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Moving on to new business.
We need a motion to adopt it.
Oh, we do? Oh, thank you. Moving forward. Is there a motion to adopt the proclamation? Or didn't he read proclamation?
So moved.
First and second, all in favor? Aye. Oh, no, okay. Great. New business, number one. Thank you. Would you skip it? Under personnel, number one, motion to approve the actions listed, number one, items A and B.
So moved.
Second.
We have a first and second. Any discussion, questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Moving on to number two. Motion to approve the actions listed in number two, items A through C.
So moved.
Second.
First and second, any discussions or questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item number three. Motion to approve the actions listed in number three, travel authorizations, item A.
So moved.
Second.
First and second, any questions, discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Number four, motion to approve the actions listed in number four, items A through D, Monroe County Children and Youth Services.
So moved.
I'll second.
First and second, any questions, any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Commissioner's Office, item 5. Motion to approve the actions listed in number 5, A through L.
So moved.
Second.
We have first and second. Any discussion or comment?
I'd like to point out that item D is a 7-county, correct, Craig? Counterterrorism task force. So that $916,000 is for the 7 counties.
Northeast PA region.
The other thing is that you look down, you'll see where extend the guarantee of $4.15 million, $4,150,000 to ESSA. That's for the I-80, 715, 611 highway project. Seems like they're going to be a 2-part project. PennDOT's moving first, and then this moving second. We have a $15 million money from the federal government that's been there for quite a while, and we hope to get that project moving.
Any other comment?
I just point out under L on the fiscal department, the new vendors, this list is shorter than it has been in the past, but many of the people or entities that are listed under the fiscal office are those that are the recipients of emergency rental assistance monies. This is for people who meet income requirements and are not able to pay either rent or utilities. We've been apprised that of the approximate $11 million that we received in the first tranche of this money, approximately $8.5 million of it, plus or minus a few $100,000, has been expended so far. And the program is expected to continue into next year. But the number of new vendors seem to be decreasing over time as we're going further and further into the population that requires that assistance.
Thank you, Commissioner Moyer. Any other discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Moving on to number 6, Monroe County Planning Commission. Motion to approve the actions listed in number 6, item A.
So moved.
Second.
First and second, any discussion or questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Number 7, motion to approve the actions listed in number 7, item A. It's redevelopment authority in Monroe County.
So moved.
I'll second.
First and second, any discussion?
Just so that everybody knows is that that money is always a little lagging. That's why you see 2020 on it.
Thanks for clarification. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Item 8, capital outlay purchases, items A and B.
So moved.
Second.
First and second, any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Number 9, computer capital purchases. I'm here, motion to approve the actions listed in number 9, item A.
So moved.
I'll second.
First and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, any miscellaneous, I do have one miscellaneous item that I don't know that you have all had the opportunity to see. We had a few, well, several members of our community that have asked that we think about changing meeting time. So we have one a month would be open to the public at night, that we could have it at night so people could get here, or in the early evening. So we're changing, starting January 1, the first Wednesday of each month, a 6 p.m. meeting here to help accommodate those worker bees that cannot get to our morning meetings. So it'll be one a month. It'll be always be the first Wednesday, so we have a routine going, and it'll be 6 p.m. at night right here. Okay, so I'm pleased to make that an announcement to try to accommodate our folks in Monroe County. Anything else? Okay, any public comment? Jacob?
I don't want to take too much time. I just want to say thank you for doing that. It helps, not just people that work during the day, but other municipal officials be able to attend these, not virtually. So, thank you.
Thank you. All right, do I hear a
Move
motion?
to adjourn.
Yes. Okay.
I'd like to wish everyone a happy holiday season, please.
That's what I.
So would I. So would I.
Those in the back.
Everybody.
We're on the naughty list.
The whole crowd was like that. Please note that we have a special budget, not listed here, but special budget approval meeting at 10, which will give you a 5-minute break. And then salary board at 11 and retirement board at 1:30. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, if we could stand please for a moment of silence and then we'll follow by the questions. Take them all off together. Okay. Moment of silence, please. And now the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We have public comment, agenda items only, prior to starting. See anything? Okay. New business, and we'll start out by item A and the adoption of the 2020 county millage rates as follows. Millage rates will remain the same as printed as what you see there. This year we were able to work together to keep the millage the same. Looking forward to the future, we'll take each year as it comes. That's what we're planning on. So do you want me to break anything else down? Jen?
No, the total is the same. For general purposes, it went down slightly, and for debt service, it went up slightly. Debt service.
Okay. All right, and that's what you see for items A, B, and C.
Variations, Jen, are in the neighborhood of less than $50,000 across everything, substantially less than 50.
In each area,
Well,
when you say everything, what do you,
aggregate.
The aggregate between the debt service and
and the,
the general purpose.
okay. Okay. So, having said that, do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in A? The item A, B, items A, B, and C.
So moved.
I'll second.
First, second, any further discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None, it carries, thank you. Moving on to new business. Item B, adoption of the 2022 Eastern Monroe Public Library millage rates as listed. It's 0.169013 mils. That also I can say, knowing personally, this assists the Eastern Monroe Public Library immensely, keeps them afloat, keeps them servicing the county and giving back all the important work that they do. Any, do I hear a motion? Item B.
So moved.
Second.
We have first and second, any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Item C, adoption of the 2022 budget in the amount of 210,306,880. Do we have a breakdown on that? Jen, is there
In the
anything
packet.
in the packet?
Yes, the
We can take your,
the total budget is, with the numbers is on page 8. But the changes from the presentation to the adoption were minimal. General fund decreased by $6,840. And the other funds, that was where most of the decrease in the total budget was, and that was $569,311. And that was mostly due to an increase in grant funds that we became aware of for the ESG 21-23 grant, about $450,000. And then payments that we had made for the bond, the courthouse bond, in the amount of about $1 million. So there was a net effect there of about $500,000.
that's one of the reasons we were able to keep the millage as is.
Yes.
For this year.
Mhm.
That's thinking forward as we're moving forward. That's important to bring up this time. Okay. Any other questions or any comments? Okay.
Just
So,
my comment, Sharon, on why the budget this year is $100 million higher than it was.
go ahead.
Oh, primarily it's the result of grants that we've received.
Oh, that's what I'm,
Yeah, but you know, the disparity between last year's adopted budget and this is pretty astronomical. And yet you say that we're not increasing taxes, which we are not. The increase is predominantly due to some of the grants that have been received from the feds through the states, including Gen ERAP and the American Rescue Plan, at least the first tranche of that. So probably the budget probably will not get back to normal, whatever normal is. If you said normal budget's around 100 or 110 million, it's unlikely that we will reach that next year because the second part of the American Rescue Plan comes in then, and nobody's quite sure what other funds are coming in. But that's the reason that there seems to be a hefty increase in this year's budget. It's not tax dollar, well, it is tax dollars, but not local tax dollars, it's federal tax dollars.
I think, yeah, it's also the courthouse expansion on these.
Right.
Bonding. the
Could be
bonding.
something right there.
And that's why we have to, we're looking at this year to year and trying to map out as things change for future years as well. But this year is just a unique year. So I think all that extra funds that came in from the feds, whatnot. Any other comments? Okay, So if we have, I have a motion to adopt, we have a second. All in favor?
You
Aye.
don't have
We
the,
don't, we did it?
nobody made the motion.
Oh, do I hear a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Second, we have a motion to adopt in a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. And item D, adoption of the 2020 liquid fuel budget in the amount of,
2022.
pardon me?
Adoption of the 2022 liquid fuel.
Liquid, oh, I'm sorry. Liquid fuels budget in the amount of 360,420.
I'll move the acceptance
Second.
or the adoption.
Okay, we have a first and second. Any discussion, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Public comment.
We adjourn.
We are.
We are. Thank you.